welcome back to the Rise Tayo podcast, where we have faith-fueled conversations about our life here in the U.S., about our resilience, the perseverance, and dedication of all our kababayans. And today, I'm super, super humbled and excited to have, I would say, one of the best amazing leaders in our community. Um, her name is Maria Archie Ong. She used to be the president of our Filipino-American community in here in southeastern North Carolina, but now she is part of our board. And she I would say really what's the word? Yung parang pinagdikit. She really made a big radical um changes with the group, great changes, and made the group really cohesive. Thank you, Ate Che. We call her Ate Che. And of course, sitting next to her is her oldest daughter. She does have three beautiful daughters, but her next to her is oldest daughter, Arabella. Hi, welcome, Arabella.
So,
And who just graduated summa cum laude, Bachelor Science in Nursing this year, and of course just passed her NCLEX board exam. Yay! Congratulations. Wow, what an achievement. So that is really what we're gonna be talking about today. So, Ate Che, Arabella, maraming salamat sa time po ninyo. So Ate Che, we'll start with your story because of course, many of us, especially Filipinos who came to the US and started a new life and all that. So we start with that. So if you can give us yung parang background, how did you and your husband came here and the start with your family.
so I came to the US in 2012. I used to be the chief physical therapist in an international hospital in the Philippines, where we cater mostly for retired veterans of the United States. So from there, I got the opportunity. I have met a lot of veterans of the United States, and they said, "Why don't you um, apply for a job in America?" At first, I'm hesitant because I have a growing child, and si Arabella pa lang nun. So I'm like, I thought we are content. And in the hospital that I was working, I have like 25 staff already. So I'm the chief PT. So what else to ask? And my husband at the time is working also as a physical therapist. And he's kind of a big physical therapist also in Angeles City. So he is following a lot of cardiac doctors and orthopedic doctors. So we're okay as a small family.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, life took a turn. Our parents are not getting any younger. My father had a stroke. My mother-in-law had a stroke. So we needed to extend more help to our family. So
Mhm.
it came a way for us to be able to provide more financial resources. So I took the board exam and fortunately I made it. So I came here in Wilmington December of 2012.
December 2012. So that
Oh,
was
December of 2011. I'm sorry,
mhm,
December of 2011.
2011. So almost 15 years
Yeah.
this year. Wow. So you and your husband came. Kayo
Oh,
lang.
ako
So
lang.
oh no, sorry. Ikaw muna. You're the old okay. So yung husband mo tsaka si
Oh,
Arabella.
I first initially came here October of 2011 just to take the board exam.
Okay.
Now, there were about 2,000 plus candidates, but for physical therapy, it's a kind of tedious board exam. It's 2 days,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
only 20% passed.
Wow.
And fortunately, among everyone who took the test on my cohort, only a few passed, and myself included. So they
Wow.
let me go back home to the Philippines. So it was like a surprise that I will never go back to see Arabella and my husband again. So they
Mhm.
made me start to work. And my agency at the time was in Gastonia. It's like close to Charlotte area.
Mhm. Mhm.
So there are different candidates from all over the world. There's Indian, one from UK, Philippines, Thailander, Chinese. Well, anyway, so from the five candidates, we are distributed all over the United.
Mhm.
My assignment, so we were interviewed by different hospitals and all, but for some reason, I got selected to be in Wilmington,
Wow.
about your home health. And guess what? I had to drive myself from Gastonia to Wilmington in the mercy of GPS all by myself in a
Oh,
fleet vehicle.
oh my goodness, how many hours po yun, Ate Che?
That time it was like 6 hours. And mind you, I'm not a driver. You know,
Yeah, and you're new in the area,
we have
right?
tricycle and like I am pampered. My husband takes
Mm,
me to the hospital and
right.
picks me
Mm-hmm.
up. So I never driven a vehicle. So after I passed the board exam, I had to do a driving lesson when I was in Gastonia, and they gave me a company vehicle, but an old Toyota Corolla that I have to drive from there to here in the mercy of GPS. So once I saw the sign, "Welcome to Wilmington," I was crying, and then I was scolding myself, "Okay, I'm here. Don't cry. You're gonna die. You can't see the road." So
Oh, wow.
I managed to book an apartment online. I have never
Mm.
been in Wilmington. So I booked an apartment at uh, Cape
Cape
Harbor
Harbor.
Apartments. So I don't have any idea. I just paid for
Mm-hmm.
and what requirements do they need. So in the Philippines, mostly the apartments are furnished.
Mm, mm,
When I was working in Pampanga, the apartment that was given to me by the company is already furnished. I was expecting the same. When I got to Wilmington, it's an empty apartment on the third floor level. And I came here only with two suitcases,
mm-hmm.
case full filled of books because I was taking the board exam, and the other one of clothes. That's all I have, and a $500 pocket money. That's all. So it was December. It's cold,
Yes.
and we don't know winter. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
winter clothes.
Right. Yeah.
So I got to the apartment. It's already late in the evening, so it's dark. So there's no light because apartments here you have to have lampshades.
Right.
I have nothing. So
Oh
the
my
only light
gosh.
I have is the light in the bathroom and that small light where the oven is in the kitchen.
Mm, mm,
That's all I had. So I had to Google where Walmart is. Now, this is my first time telling this story because before, when people ask you, "How are you?" "I'm good."
mm,
I'm embarrassed to admit that I felt like I was a bum at the time because I don't have anything but my two luggages. So I Googled Walmart. I went to Walmart. I only have $500 and I have to wait for 2 weeks before I can get my first paycheck. So
mm,
I bought a $39 comforter, king size.
mm-hmm.
I have to put half of that on the floor, on the carpet. That's where I sleep. And the half part is to cover
Mm.
my body. So that's all I had. My humble beginning.
Wow.
Even them, they don't know that. I
So
would,
you didn't tell them, Ate Che? No.
oh,
Kasi
life was good. I'm okay.
kasi don't, ayaw mo silang mag-worry din, right? Wow,
And I don't
wow.
want them to feel guilty that I am here.
Mm,
So
mm-hmm.
everything was good. I didn't tell them anything.
So, October 2011, you took the board exam and then you came to Wilmington December 2011, right? And then when did your husband po si Kuya pumunta ba come here?
So Christmas and all the holidays, I don't
Mm.
have anything. I'll be calling them and like, "Whoa, I have steak, I have friends," but I'm only eating the what pancit canton I pack from the
Oh
Philippines.
my gosh.
So anyway, July, hold
July
on.
3rd.
No, 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 no. I was not able to petition them yet because 8 months at work, I had a
Mm.
motorcycular accident.
Wow.
Yeah. I almost died. I couldn't be awakened. I was driving. Of course, when you're new, they send you to Timbuktu on places that no one wants to
Mm.
go. So I was covering Pindar and Duplin County. So in that area at the time, there's no stoplight. It's
Mm.
rough road, just stop sign. So it was an uphill. It's a four-way intersection in the woods of Curry, North Carolina. I got T-boned by a tow truck. My car went into the ditch. It rolled over. I went into the ditch and it went on fire. So of course, they don't know me. Everyone was saying, "Oh my God, the Oriental lady." I was only known as the Oriental lady. I'm the first Filipino worker of WellCare.
Wow.
Don't know me as Maria or as Archie. I'm the Oriental lady.
Oh my gosh. So the car Was on fire? Paano po kayo
Yes, in
nakalabas?
total. So for some reason, somebody saw me because I'm already close to the patient's house. I think it was a grandson of
Hmm.
my patient. Um, so according to them, they broke the windshield and they have to cut
The seat
the seat
belt.
belt because I'm
Yeah.
up there because
Yeah.
they were scared that it will explode.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw myself that someone is carrying me, and my blood is dripping from my head.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God, what happened? So I'm looking at a girl with the long hair. At the time, I was so skinny. So I said, "Oh my God, did she had an accident?" And then I was wearing a lace, a badge lace that says "Jesus saves." And then I saw myself. I was wearing my scrub suit, and I'm like, "Oh my God, is that me? Oh my
So
God,
you
it's
had kind of an out of body
her!" Yes.
experience.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Oh
Wow.
my God, is that me?" And then I realized I got caught in an accident. And am I dead? You know, did I die? And I started to realize that, oh no, my job is not yet done. My daughter is still in the Philippines and she's only 7. So I
Mm.
started praying. I said, God, no, Arabella's waiting for me. So I was crying, I was sobbing, I was crying so hard until I just woke up like, I was drowning. I woke up and I saw all those people around me saying, Clear! I am naked. They cut my clothes and they're resuscitating me.
What?
They're asking me questions. What's your name? What were you doing? I know the answer. I can understand them, but I cannot open my mouth.
Mm.
So they called home, the Philippines. They were saying that I am not responsive.
You were
So
in shock.
I was.
Yeah.
So I pulled through from that accident. I rehabilitated myself.
Did you break any bones or nothing?
Oh, lucky, fortunately,
Oh, wow.
miraculously,
Praise
I
God.
pulled
Yeah.
through from that accident, and
Wow.
I was not even admitted for a long time. I developed vertigo, but then I was able to physical therapy myself.
Mm. Wow.
Fast forward. So fast forward, it took me several years to save money because you have to pay
Right. It's
lawyer,
expensive. Yeah, to petition
pay for the
someone.
process to petition, and
Right.
2 people. So
Mm.
I think at the time my company charged me like 3,000 a piece for the lawyer's fee and all the other paperwork. So I worked day and night, 7 days a week until July of 2016. We're finally
Mm.
united. And
Oh
every
my
day since
gosh.
then was a blessing. She was
Oh my gosh. Right. Now, thank you, Ate Che. That's wow. I'm so grateful you're here. That you're so right. I mean, God still has a lot of plans for you and your family. And now, Arabella. So, Arabella, I don't know if you can still remember. So, when your mom came to the US to work, did you understand at that age?
I remember my mom telling me the story po, like
Mm.
looking back at it now that I'm grown up and
Mm-hmm.
us briefing about it and kind of like looking back at everything that we've been through. Sabi ni mami lagi na parang, Abel, dati like when I left and I was bawling my eyes in front of you, and it's like, wag mong kakalimutan si mami, like parang blunt affect ka, like to
Mm. Mm.
so she thought that I didn't understand. But I think as a child po kasi I was on the more quiet side. And so I had thoughts, but I was not the type to be vocal about them. And so I see my mom, she's leaving, she's crying. Oh, it's so sad. Parang ganon. Pero hindi ako yung I could process it, but I was very introspective about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I felt sad, but I guess I'm not like iyakin kasi
Mm. Mm-hmm.
crying. And so I felt sad. I'm like, ay, wala si mommy. And then my mom, I remember vividly, when we dropped her off after, like the morning off, she showed me yung walls in our bedroom. Whenever she was studying for the board exams, she would be posting her notes all over the
Mm.
walls. And she would also be posting quotable quotes, like very motivational quotes. And I always looked at that growing up. And then she posted some notes as well from me. And so
Wow.
think once we came back and then I saw the notes, it like sunk in. but I wasn't the type to be crying about it. But I just know, ay, wala si mommy.
Mm.
Me and
Wow.
so like from
Oh.
then on po, like me and my dad are like tandem, and then we would always
Mm.
go on Yahoo pa nun, Yahoo Messenger,
Mhm.
Viber,
Right. So you can see your mom at least
Skype.
on
Yeah,
the video.
yeah.
Okay. Wow, grabe. So at that time, again, you were still a little bit young when your mom left. And but the good thing is your dad was there, right? I mean, you have family, and I think the hardest was really for your mom because she was alone, right? But sobrang strong ni Ate Che na even now, I can tell like, you parang nag-flashback po lahat yung pinagdaanan niyo, Ate Chen. Salamat talaga na nagse-share kayo. Kasi it's true. Sometimes as Filipinos, we meet each other, we don't really know the background, kung ano talaga yung pinagdaanan.
Homesickness is real.
Yes, yes, it's so true.
When you think about your family home, I feel like I'm gonna die.
Mm,
Or I would turn on the television just to escape that emotion, and I would, watch somebody reading books to their children, and I would think of my child. Or I'll see girls of her age, at a patient's house, and I would beg my patient if I could hug their granddaughter because she's like my daughter's age. So I've been through that.
mm. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I cannot imagine that as a mom. I imagine because my dad myself, my dad left when I was 10 months old. So nakaka-relate ako as a daughter, but as a parent, parang sobrang hard, right? It's really hard. So pero grabe yung determination niyo po, Ate Che. So even when Arabella was talking that you were showing her, you had all your notes, your motivational quotes, like parang grabe yung really to motivate yourself, 'di ba po? Like kasi ikaw lang mag-isa eh. Ikaw lang mag-isa. So, fast forward, you said it took 5 years po para mapunta sila dito, right? Is it 5 or 4 years?
4, I think.
Four.
4.
Mga 4 years. So, within those 4 years, you processed their petition. So, both your husband and Arabella came. What year was that? Like 2015?
No, it was 2016.
2016.
I'm
Because
sorry.
towards the end of 2011. So maybe I'm
Oh,
2012.
oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, yeah, okay. So you came in 2016. Now, how did that feel that you were like, oh my gosh, my family is gonna be here with me? How was that for you, Ate Che? Like you were so anticipating. How was that feeling?
I have to prepare so hard, because I told you I don't have a bed. I have to
Oh,
prepare.
yeah.
I have to fix the apartment so that they'll be comfortable. So
Mm-hmm.
one time my husband is, telling me, "Oh, you're so, you love staying in the bed." He did not realize that that's actually the first time I'm actually sleeping in the bed all these years, but I'm not saying anything. So I have I have experienced sleeping on the floor, and then I progressed to an air bed. I n- I did not realize that when it's cold, the airbed is cold too. I would wake up with body aches and pain, things like that. And then my daughter was very skinny when I saw her. So I'm like, oh, what happened to you? So, nagkakapaan kayo. You don't know how to start.
Mm.
But you miss a lot of those years.
Yung parang growing up years ni Arabella. So you were 11 already, Arabella, when you came?
Opo.
11. Okay. Now, what was that for you like? What was that like when you were like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to the US and meet my mom? How was that feeling for you?
Well, I think all of my teachers and my classmates know that I have a mom in America kasi po,
Yeah.
and my dad would always be talking about it, and that was what kept me going. Na parang, mommy's gonna come and get us.
Mm.
Ganyan.
Mm-mm.
And so there's like that so much anticipation and
Mm.
everything. And then all of that happened po with like the accident and everything. But when we finally went, I remember when my dad was like, oh, tara na, punta na tayo sa Manila, mag-embassy na tayo, magpa-check up na tayo, ganyan. It didn't feel real to me coming from that.
Mm.
Excited kami ni Daddy, napunta kami sa mall, katapos po nun. Um, and tapos, it was just, it's very surreal.
Mm.
Because my mom went home to pick us up essentially and also to spend time pa po with nanay
Ah,
and
you
tatay.
went home to the Philippines. Oh,
Pick
okay.
them up.
Oh,
Mhm.
so parang so all three of you went.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went home and then I came back with them.
With them na. Oh my
So
goodness.
when we
Wow.
came back, it was a mixed emotion. I wanted to impress my husband, and at the same time, like, okay, there's this car waiting for us, and now I'm driving. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
he used to drive me everywhere. So,
Wow.
oh my God, you're doing it. So it's a lot of adjustment, and I have to tell them all my bloopers when I was
Mm,
starting in
mm.
America, so
Yeah.
they will not have the same bloopers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still um
Wow.
pero
So,
ganun po.
mhm. So
Um,
you parang the anticipation was building up, right, Arabella? Kasi mga ilang years, like you always know, like, okay, my mom's gonna come and get us. My mom's gonna come and get us. And finally, she came home, and all three of you. Now, so did you hindi parang walang straight flight po, 'di ba, Ate Che?
Oh,
So
there are connecting flights.
connecting
Like
flights.
from
Mhm.
Clark to where did we stop then?
Clark to Qatar
Qatar.
and then Qatar
Mm.
to
And then Charlotte?
Philadelphia.
Ah,
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia
Philadelphia. Okay, and then
to
Wilmington. So
Washington.
parang sobrang haba din nung 'di ba, yung flight itself. But then finally, you're here. What month was that, Ate
It was
Che?
July.
July 3rd.
Yeah, and
Right
Oh.
it's
after
America. It's so hot. Like
yeah,
Oh, oh my.
yes.
Yeah, it was like summer here, goodness. So July 3rd, 2016, you got here. Oh my gosh, so that's 10 years. Going to be 10 years for you, Arabella. Wow, that's amazing. So when you came July, so I typically 'di ba nagsa-start sila August with school po, 'di ba, Ate Che? So you were going to be, what's that? Is that sixth grade na?
Grade po.
Nag-sixth grade ka na. Were you excited to go to school here?
I was excited, a little bit of FOMO from my past
Mm,
in the Philippines po. Kasi 'di ba, for us, grade 6 is the graduating year of elementary.
right,
It's a
right.
very emotional turning
Mm,
point going into high
mhm,
school. And for them naman here, sixth grade is the start of like a new beginning,
right.
middle school.
Mhm,
So there was that disconnect from my friends. Pero it was exciting po. Me and my dad would be always talking about it, ganyan, and even throughout. So exciting, also nerve-wracking, but I was
and
so
challenging.
exciting. Look,
mm,
I was so excited thinking that, oh, everyone that I'm gonna meet beginning from now will know what it's like to be an immigrant, will know
mhm,
this experience that, and will appreciate it. And I bet that if I tell them that I'm from the Philippines, they'll think I'm really cool. I was unfortunately proven incorrect. There was like a fair share of parang medyo may discrimination po, medyo may
mm,
different outlooks, especially I think I realized na parang, oh, like in the Philippines, I knew so much about the United States.
right.
But apparently American kids don't.
They don't. Mm,
And I don't think they really care. And so that
mhm,
was kind of a heartbreaking realization coming from our family. But since it is like a Filipino-American dream and we aim to go to this country for this brighter future, and you're thinking that they would appreciate it for that. But everything is superficial. They see that you're a different skin color. They see that my eyes are different, and they hear that I have an accent and they treat me differently. So
mm,
medyo na-experience ko po yung there was this one particular day. And this was past sixth grade, and I've made good friends in sixth grade already. And I guess since it's also a start of a new beginning for everyone, everyone was kinder to each other, but obviously I still felt that disconnect. Um, but around the time na I'm adjusting na po, so seventh grade start, I went to, I was going home. So I was boarding the school bus on the way home. And I was always seated at the front of the school bus. So everyone was passing by, and there were these two older middle school boys. And they were laughing to themselves, and I was just quiet. They're laughing to themselves, and one of them goes right into my face like this, like, haha, like, konnichiwa, did I say that right? And I think that I was stunned.
Mm.
um, I think I didn't think that I had culture shock until then.
Mm.
Parang, oh, so I am different. So like everyone can still discern that I'm not like one
You
of
don't
them
belong.
and I don't.
Right.
Everyone
Right.
will make it a point to make it known to me. So that was very jarring to me po.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably joking, but just the ignorance and the
Mm-hmm.
lack of
Child your
awareness, and
age,
for a
you know.
child my age na parang I feel like, oh, I belong na. I'm a
Mm. Mm-hmm.
suddenly for that to happen, that was just very like jarring.
Right.
There were also times, well, this was sixth grade actually. I had one class. Parang sabi niya, oh, Arabella, so are you from China or are you from Asia? Hindi ko po alam kung ma-offend ba ako.
O matatawa ka.
Tatawa ako kasi the ignorance. Parang, so parang I think I snapped na parang, well, I think you need to study your geography kasi China is in Asia. Like,
Yeah.
palaban po eh.
Oo.
Kasi, bakit ka gumaganyan sa akin?
Right.
Ganun po.
And I was so proud of her.
Yes,
Sorry.
absolutely. Because if you're gonna ask a question, don't make sorry, a stupid question.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's so amazing though. I think these are the things that not many I don't know if a lot of people talk about this, but I haven't heard about, having a platform for us. This is the whole point why I made this podcast, because I want our voices to be heard. Na these things are happening, right po? And then these are not things that we should continue. Like there needs to be
Well, it will
awareness,
always be there, but it's a
right?
matter of how we
How you
speak.
respond. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm super proud of you too as well, Arabella. That was like very witty and perfect response. Now, what about you, Ate Che? Like, of course, I'm gonna share mine also later, but did you also experience a little bit of judgment or in your workplace?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, even up until now. When I
Mm-hmm.
first got here, I even have like indecent proposal. Oh, somebody went to the Philippines to buy a wife. I can buy you three times as much because you're already here and you're professional. I have to make several incident reports so I don't come back.
What?
Yes.
Oh
And
my
some
goodness.
some elderly people who have never
Mm.
been out of their own county would ask,
Mm-hmm. Right.
Maria, do you have anyone of your kind here? So I'm like, I'm confused. What do you mean by that, Grandma? Last time I checked, we're the same kind. Homo
Mm.
sapiens sapiens. So later on, because there's a lot of those
Mm.
questions, I have learned to be a smart ass and I would say, oh, Grandma, I'm the last of my kind.
Mm. Just make a joke out of it na lang po. Yeah. I remember that also when I work in the hospital na. And I understand, like I think that patient of mine was maybe he has some kind of dementia already or something, but I was taking care of his wound because he was diabetic, and every day I was his nurse. But he was a veteran too, so of course I always have high, respect for our veterans, especially World War II, because they took care of us, right po? And so I was, the first 2 days I was talking to him really well. The third day or fourth day, I can remember, now he was cursing me now. He was saying like, really bad words about Filipino women, like we're this and that. And I was shocked. Like, we don't like we never expected that in a Philippine hospital. Like I never expected that. And I was so shocked. I almost like was crying in the room. I had to like, okay, I'm gonna relax. But I went to my supervisor and I said, I'm sorry, I cannot go back to that room. I didn't respond to him, but I just couldn't. It's like I was just in shock na parang ganun pala yung tingin nila, no. And it was, wow, that was hard. And of course,
Unacceptable.
it is, and the bullying, like, that they talk behind your back and you're not part of the group, like Whew.
Oh, my
So,
first experience that I have is after I established my service. Of
mm,
course, they have learned that, oh, you know what you're doing, you know. So if
mm,
it knows what you're doing, they would request for you.
right.
Say, for example, if physical therapy one only did one and two, and I came there, I did one, two, three, four, up to 10. Of
Mm,
course, there's a point of comparison why.
mm,
Training in the Philippines, I came here as a physical therapist already. So I've been
right.
through a lot. So my training is different, and I have
Yes.
probably a lot of skills with me. So they would compare and they would request for me. But instead of my boss patting me at my in my back saying, "Good job,"
Mm,
like, "What are you doing?" So it's like a backhanded remark. What are you
mm.
doing for the patients to love you more than the rest?
Oh.
That's why I push so hard and I educated myself. Before I know a patient is dying, no one is listening to me.
Mm,
Is this hospice appropriate? No one is listening to me. Okay, because I'm foreign trained. So I applied and I finished my doctorate from New York. So after I came back, well, I never stopped working, but after I got my diploma, then things became different. My word is
wow.
my word, and I stood my ground.
Wow. So it seems like Ate Chena, you have to really prove yourself harder compared to others,
Oh,
right?
yes. Have
'Di
to work
Kasi,
double time.
yes,
There
yes.
are not, well, it's territorial. Let's accept
Right.
the fact.
Right.
So this is their territory. So if you
Mm,
wanted to be accepted and not belong,
mm,
you have to
mm.
prove your worth. You have
Right.
you have to work hard when they're sleeping. That's
Yes.
true. You know,
Yes. Yes. And it seems like because sobrang, not just palaban, because I love that word, not just palaban, but truly like the resilience, the drive, the perseverance and determination, all of those characteristics or characters that you have, it seems like you have passed that down to Arabella because I mean here she
salamat sa
is.
Diyos.
Yes. I mean, she didn't fall far from the tree, obviously. But so with you, Arabella, I mean, looking at your mom, even just listening to your mom gives me goosebumps because that's like the true spirit of a Filipino, the Filipino people, really. How did that motivate you to, from going to school and being, I would call that was bullying, um, in a way, and then being discriminated, and then going through high school, which is a whole different thing. Excuse me, and then college and all that. How did that motivate you?
I think it gave me more fuel and more passion po. Like seeing what has happened. Like my mom would tell me the stories, and obviously me and my dad would experience our fair share, and we would all debrief as a family. And just like knowing that there's these such diverse immigrant experience compared
Mhm.
to the rest, and also our family from the Philippines, and also my mom being like my role model. I definitely tried to model myself as much as her, and used like everything around me and everything that had gotten me to this point to just push me forward, from how I saw both my mom and my dad work as physical therapists sa Philippines po, and the compassionate care that they gave to, fellow Filipinos and everyone.
She
Um,
grew up in a clinic.
yeah, I grew up in a rehab
Oh, you
clinic.
saw all that. Yeah, yeah.
We used to own our clinic too in the Philippines, and she was like 3 years old. So she's like the front desk. Wait a minute,
Oh, so
doctor.
wow. So you
Seriously.
left all that at Che. You had your own clinic. Oh my goodness. Because that's a big thing in the Philippines, especially having your own clinic practice,
Having
right?
your own practice, but it also
Yeah.
takes a lot of money, and the return of investment takes forever to be realized.
Mm,
So,
that's true. But
have
so
to weigh.
but in a way, Arabella has already been exposed in a way to the medical field, right? Nakita mo
Yes.
na siya, you grew up in that environment and atmosphere. So did that in I think its answer is yes, but influence you, right, to go towards nursing?
Definitely po. I remember when I was in kindergarten graduation. Um, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then I went up on the stage and I said that I wanted to be a physical therapist, like
Like
my
my
mom
mom
and
and
dad.
dad.
And so
And the moment that she stepped down the stage, she said, "No, you're not gonna be like mommy,
yeah,
dad.
that's what my
It's
mom
your
said.
field.
Yeah, my mom and my dad both said na,
You have to
that's
be
okay,
better."
mom. It's like we were so touched, pero you have to aim higher. That's
Mm.
that's
Mm.
yan po ang nakatatak sa utak ko is you have to aim higher than what we've already gone through,
Mm.
already
Mm.
reached. Kasi andito na kami and we're lifting
Mm.
up with us. So use that as a leverage for you to achieve greater things. And so that definitely influenced me po na seeing them give such compassionate care kasi both my mom and dad did home health PT and then I also saw the clinic side.
Mhm.
Beyond that po, my mom had mentioned yung lola ko po sa dad's side and also my uncle on my dad's side were afflicted with stroke and then later on
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
si tatay po sa mom's side. And so nakita ko po yun, nakita ko yung amount of caregiving that goes into that in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, there's not as much support and resources. And so that's a lot of informal caregiving. And
Mhm.
it's a little bit easier on the family. It wasn't easier, but the knowledge that my mom and dad had definitely helped tremendously nung ano in navigating the stroke diagnosis po nung
Mhm.
my lola, my uncle, and my lolo or my tatay. Um, so nakita ko po yon and I wanted to step more into that field of caring, the art and science of caring and giving care. Kasi beyond of what they did with rehab, they were also doing some nursing kasi
Mm.
and they were equipped with the medical knowledge to do so and they were able to educate po yung mga tita ko, mga tito
Mm.
ko, nanay,
Mhm. Mhm.
ganyan. Um, so parang yun po yung naging fuel ko. Obviously, sabi nga ni mommy and daddy natin, 'di ba? Aim higher than what we've reached. So ako po, okay, doctor. MD. Ganyan. And then we went into the States nga. Tapos, I realized na, oh, ang mahal naman ng ano,
Tuition.
ang mahal ng
Hindi namin
tuition.
kaya.
Hindi po kaya agad-agad. And
Mm.
you need an undergrad degree for a med.
Right. Right.
So, what can I do para ma-utilize ko yung
Mm.
a biology degree is good for medical school, but I wanted a more hands-on practical experience and something that I could use, something that
Right.
gives me that job security. I think that's
Mm.
something that I adapted as a first generation immigrant and the daughter of first generation immigrants and
Yes.
very driven individuals as well na parang I want to make use of my time. Po, like I have a bigger picture, but I want what I'm doing to count. And so that's what got me into nursing kasi sabi ko, kung ano mang gustuhin ko, at least nurse na ako,
Mm.
kung gusto kong mag-grad school, either like as a MD or as a DNP, Doctor of Nursing.
Yes. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
so many avenues and like I've grew up to fell in love with it like as I'm studying the field as well kasi po 'di ba sa Philippines nursing is practical. Nursing
Mm.
is your job. Nursing is caring but also it's job security. You can become a USRN, you can become this and that. Pero here since I am so privileged and so lucky to have had this education here. I saw na, meron palang ano, Doctor of Nursing practice. Ay, meron palang PhD in nursing, makakapag-research pala ako. And so I tried to dabble in all of it po.
Mm.
Like I did my research on informal stroke caregiving as well. Parang ganon. And use that na parang, ay mami, alam mo ba, I can do this and that with nursing. Alam mo, di ba sabi ko sa'yo, like I wanted to be a doctor, but see, like in nursing, I can do this too. So,
Mm.
it was a leap of faith going into nursing, but I think there's no regrets for me, and I
Wow.
fall in love.
You fell into that calling because it's the same. So Ate Che, when FYI, I actually wanted to be a physical therapist. I was in Suleiman and pero natakot ako kasi of course PT 6 years po, 'di ba? 6 years sa
Mm.
Philippines.
May internship kasi, yung internship
Oh,
year. And then
oh.
the battery test is just crazy.
Mhm.
Exam is 2 days.
Yes.
Preparing her for a 2 day exam. She's like, Mom, nursing is not 2 days. Oh, okay.
I really wanted to be PT pero sabi ni mama, no, mag-nursing ka, whatever. Pero, Kasi mga PT sa school namin parang,
Yeah, as if tayo the
yeah, so
same.
gano'n talaga
Oo.
yung yeah, and but, I think there's always a purpose po, 'di ba? Meron talagang purpose and I love what you said, Arabella, na everything you looked at, parang you considered all the avenues and it's so true though. Nursing has so many avenues for you. Like, you can go here, you can go there, you can be in education, you could be in corporate America, you could be everywhere as a nurse, which is I love. Ang tawag ko diyan, nursing is like a launch pad, really, to anywhere you go. Everywhere, kahit saan. Like ako, I ended up becoming, now I'm a clinical audit nurse. I've been in this company for 8 years. So parang, and now I can work remote. So I never in my million years kung nasa Pinas pa ako, I mean, I would typically be just working in the hospital, which is hard, hard work. But here, parang sobra, grabe yung, kumbaga, um, opportunities, right? Opportunities for you. And not just that though, like what you even when the first time I met you, Arabella, like I've seen how very not just sobrang bait mo. Sobrang bait mo, like parang, wow, grabe naman 'to si Ate Che. Like of course all of her daughters, yung 2 younger sisters, like nakikita mo kasi sa family kung paano pinalaki yung mga anak. And like the values of from your parents na not just that you're brilliant really in what you do, but your character speaks louder. Yun talaga, eh. Like parang
Oo.
yung character mo, yeah, gusto ko ng maiyak, feeling ko ikaw na ako din. Kasi parang in our Filipino community, 'di ba, parang nakikita natin yung mga like the next generation po, Ate Che, right? And, as a Filipino-American myself na parang sobrang proud talaga kami sa'yo, Arabella. Like, when we're seeing your mom's post, it's like naiiyak kami. Ako mismo kasi like, wow. Just sobrang bait mong bata, sobrang ganda mo, sobrang very dedicated ka, like, you're so helpful to your mom kahit saan ko like, when your mom was the president, I mean, you were right there beside her. You
My
know na
personal secretary.
exactly, and
All of
you
them are involved. My husband is
yeah,
much.
your whole
The little
family.
children
I
too.
know yung tulatog sisters mo sobra like very involved. And now I wanna touch a little bit because this is why we're doing this. Why is it so important for us Filipino Americans to have a community? Ate Che, for you first.
For me, I really wanted to join the Philam community when I got here, first of all, because of homesickness. Like, to be honest, and real talk, it's exhausting to talk in English all day long at work.
It's so true po.
I need a friend to talk
Yes.
Filipino and,
Yes, yes.
just to eat the common food that we love. So
Yeah.
I want to meet people where I can radiate and be me, not just the doctor of physical therapy
Mm,
that I have to be. Like the professional should be on the side sometimes, It's
mm,
holistic. So there should be that side. And when Arabella came here and she has experienced all that bullying, I don't want her to feel little of herself. Like you're not the only one. There are a lot of Filipino here. And mind you, they are also very amazing. So you have to be proud where you came from. That's why I joined. Now, I was blessed with two other little girls that are born here in America. But I never wanted them to forget where we're from. I want them to love the culture. I want them to learn to take care of the family as a unit. I never let Arabella be independent on her own at 18. She's with me
right.
until she is ready to fly,
Until she's going to have her own family. 'Di ba
Is
gano'n naman
capable.
po tayo? Right,
Well,
right.
now she's moving because she has to work to
You're
Dura.
going to Durham.
She's gonna
Yes,
have her own
you're
apartment.
in
Mhm.
Duke, right? You're gonna be in
Opo.
Duke. Wow, that's amazing. And neuro ICU nurse,
Yes,
right? And you already got a job already?
yes, yes.
Oh my goodness. When are you starting?
July po, later in July.
You're going to start next month. Oh
Yes.
my goodness. So wow. So Ate Cha, you just said something really profound na parang I think all of us, kahit ano yung state or estado mo in your life, are you married, hindi, or like whatever, right? All of us Filipinos who come to the United States are all homesick. Lahat tayo, 'di ba? Like, it's so weird, 'di ba? Like, I remember when I was in Pennsylvania po, maliit po yung town na dun galing yung husband ko. I was the first Filipino nurse hired in that hospital. Can you imagine? Sobrang liit kasi yung town. And I was wondering, I thought many nurses are here, pero there, ako yung una. Sabi nung HR, sabi ko, ha, wala palang iba dito. So I really struggled po. I really, really struggled. I ate by myself. Wala akong kaibigan. Like, I would cry on the way home, driving. Parang, grabe. And then one day, I think somebody nag-message sa akin sa Facebook na, "Uy, are you from here?" Ganun, ganun. Sabi ko, "Oh my gosh, meet tayo." It was even one person. Isang person lang po. Parang 'di ba nabubuhayan po tayo ng loob. And I think that's why our Filipino community here in Wilmington area is really, even though hindi siya masyadong malaki, yun nga na yung sabi ko when one, I think, Ate Agnes, I met in your house na hindi malaki yung group natin pero na-feel ko talaga yung totoong, yung parang genuine na love for each other.
Belonging. Yeah.
Yes,
Support.
yes. Support, encouragement na totoo, hindi yung, kasi I've been to other places also na parang very superficial lang siya. Hindi eh. It's really genuine and it shows because of the people behind it. And you're one of them, Ate Chen. We're so grateful for that. Now, Arabella, for you, how does it feel that you now like there's more of us, we have our own little community. How does that make you feel, and what's your vision? Because you're the next generation. What's the vision for you in a way for
Um,
our community?
Knowing that we have this community po, I feel like, sabi mo po kanina, the whole Filipino community is proud of me. I felt supported by the full Filipino community po. I think they've become like an extended family. This is the titas of Wilmington, North Carolina. Ganon po, and the lolas and the lolos, ganyan. So even like, taking the NCLEX nga po and waiting for the exam, I was talking to my mom about this. Sabi ko, Mami, kinakabahan ako, not only because I want to prove like na parang may fruition yung efforts and sacrifices ninyo ni Daddy and of the whole family, but also because now that we have like our family in the Philippines, our family unit na tight, and also we have an extended family na feel
Filipino
na talagang
community.
sila lahat
Mm,
noon. So, parang the pressure is very high. Ganun po. So, I felt supported. I felt motivated. And this is a message that like my mom tried to spread a lot while she was a president po, na parang the organization or like just the community itself is supposed to be a home away from home.
yes.
Parang something that would make you feel like you're still in touch with your roots po.
Mm-hmm.
And admittedly, as someone na parang a minority in middle school in Wilmington nung dati pa po, mga 10 years ago, and even moving to Brunswick County, it's parang kahit nga yung mga, for example, looking at my Hispanic classmates, kaya po yung mga friends ko ngayon, mga Hispanics, usually,
Mm-hmm.
I would come up to them and be like, so are you Filipino? Kasi yung baon nila may rice din.
Oo.
And then later on, narinig ko, sabi nila, alam mo ba, kaya ako nakipag-friend sa'yo. Kasi kinuwento ko sa parents ko na tinanong mo ako kung Filipino ako kasi may rice. Sabi nila, baka lonely siya. Kaya daw naging friends kami. Parang ganun po. So it's a
Oh.
lot. At least
Mm.
having someone who you think resembles you. Have
Yes.
like representation in media. Just,
Right.
and having that just so close by na parang in your local community is a lot.
Yes.
Kasi parang I can do that too. I can do whatever they're doing too.
Exactly.
Things because I'm like her. I can see myself in her. I can see myself in him. And it's just another pushing factor. It's something that uplifts not only like each individual, but also thereby like the full community po, like seeing each and every other Filipino Americans wins and kind of modeling yourself after that. Na parang, kayang-kaya yan kasi kaya
Mm.
This is very nice.
Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that so much. It's so true. Of course, my boys are born here, right? Just like your two younger sisters. I keep on forgetting sino yung older, Avery or Azalea?
Avery
Avery.
po.
Avery, okay. So they have she has two younger sisters, Avery and Azalea. Both are amazing kids as well. Very respectful, very responsible kids, just like mom and dad, and like their ate. But um it gives me so much hope, like especially with my boys na even though dito sila lumaki, um, I always tell them na, you half of you is Filipino, right? Like that half of you, and that's why they always ask me, "When's the next fiesta, mommy?" So, they always enjoy yung mga palaro natin. Like, they just the love of again being with other kids also who also look like them, right? Because they even though half sila pero hindi din sila like my boys, they don't really look, Caucasian or whatever. Pinoy-Pinoy talaga. So, I'm so grateful for that na nandyan po yung yung camaraderie, yung gathering. Of course, we love to eat, right? We always come for food. I always say, di ba po sa atin, no, Filipino, food is our love language, right? Food is our love language. So, that's where we gather, that's where we exchange our life story and just have a laugh and share each other's journey together. So I love one thing about our community here is that kahit sino like kung sino, like if somebody is new in the area, sabi na, oh, let's come to this community, di ba? Let's invite. Parang,
Everyone is welcome.
exactly,
We
everyone.
all been there. We know the feeling. Everyone
Right.
is welcome. Mm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, of course, today, I mean, we just recently had our fiesta, right, in May. Ano po yung next sa atin,
Oh,
Ate
we're
Che?
going to have a gala, um, elegance, autumn elegance. So it's gonna be on November 7 at Leland Cultural Arts Center.
Yay! We did that 2 years ago also, right? We also had that gala. So we're looking forward to that. I will put all of our, Facebook page in the description. And whoever is in Brunswick County, North Carolina, and Wilmington, please reach out to our Facebook page, which again we'll put in the description. So that if you're new here, or kahit matagal na kayo dito, tapos hindi nyo alam na may mga Pinoy
Everyone is
pala.
welcome. Especially the children. We love our
Yes,
children and the new generation to be involved.
yes.
Philippines is a beautiful country. Our culture is always something to be proud of. And
Exactly.
we as a Filipino, we should be proud of who we are.
Exactly, exactly. We should really instill that to our children na no, we have so much to give to others, right? Of course, when ano tawag nito, when tourists go to our country and they experience our culture, 'di ba? They fell in love with hospitality and all that. Well, where we're here in the United States, we're also still giving that kind of experience for them, which, yeah, so we're super proud of. Now po, Ate Che, for all those who are new po dito sa ating community or dito sa ating area, what can you leave to them as words of encouragement for them? Yung bago pa po.
Never say never. That's where I came from, and I wouldn't be here if I just quit. So there's no success in quitting.
Wow, I love that. There's no success in quitting, so do not quit. Never say never. Now, thank you, Ate Chen. Now, for you, Arabella, for the next generation of our Filipino Americans, like your sisters and all those who are even who are born here, anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanila?
This is something I always tell my sisters po na parang, if I can do it, then you can too. And if anyone else can do it, then you can too. So never.
And excel because you excelled.
Correct.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing about especially just not just you, but I think we've seen a lot of stories from Filipino American children who are now growing up who are really, really excelling in what they do. And I'm super excited for you for your next venture. I will keep praying for you for your safety and for your mom. We're always here for you, mga titas mo. Anytime. Andito lang kami for you.
Salamat
Ate
po.
Che, maraming salamat po sa inyong time. Sobrang dami naming na-learn, of course, and for sharing your struggles. But then it didn't stay as struggles. It became triumphs, right? The trials became triumphs. And praise the Lord, you are here for a purpose. Nagpapasalamat kami kay Lord na nandito ka. Kasi sobrang ang dami mong you made so much difference in our lives. So sobrang
Thank
maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Arabella, thank you so much. And for all our kababayans who's listening right now, please do not ever give up. Just like what Ate Che said, always fix your eyes on Jesus kasi sobrang kung wala si Lord, right? We keep on praying for protection, for peace, for guidance. Kasi lahat naman ito galing sa Kanya. Nagpapasalamat lang talaga tayo na we're given the opportunity to be in this land of milk and honey. That we are given the opportunity to be here and not just to be here, but to thrive here and to really make a difference also in our community. So thank you again and see you in the next episode of Rice Tayo Podcast. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.